Hello, welcome to Sloth Window Crest, episode 5. Sorry for the wait on this one. If you were anticipating this episode, then I'm sorry it took so long to get this one out, but we were having some problems with the file and the audio and exporting it and shit. Long story short, there is a bit of a problem with the audio, and we had to unfortunately cut off the final review. It's going to be a very short episode this time around. Just Kimbra and Phonte. Unfortunately, it was originally going to be clipping as well, but the audio was like unretrievable. So, yeah, short episode today. But I'll explain why in detail at the very end of the podcast. So if you're interested in why everything happened this way, then yeah, stick around to the end. But still, regardless, enjoy the show. I'll see you later. All right, hello, welcome back to Sloth Window Crest, episode 5, the podcast where you already know what the fuck going on.
Sloth Window Crest.
I was thinking that would be the slogan. You guys down with that?
Yeah, that's
The
fine.
podcast where you already know what the fuck going on.
I mean, I
That's
guess
a great
my,
slogan because it's like just like when you say that shit, like so.
I think my idea of salty ketchup being as the slogan is
Salty ketchup.
It just didn't go down well.
Yo, we haven't introduced our guest.
That's true. We should do that. So yeah, we have a guest today. His name is Joe.
Hey guys.
Introduce yourself.
I did the intro for the which episode was it?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you remember the intro to episode 3, that was Joe.
Yeah.
Great job on that one, man.
Thanks, man.
That was really good.
That was great.
Yeah.
So we're having him on today to talk about some music. We for this one we just didn't really, because normally what we do is we like pick a popular album and an unpopular album.
Yeah.
I think from now on we should just fuck with that. Just fuck with that. And just like
Albums, man.
just
in
pick
general.
just whatever we want to pick. You know, like
Exactly.
because the popular album was not working out because we got X.
We
and
just kept
Y.
getting trash albums. Let's be
We
honest.
just kept getting shit. Cardi B was the best of the 3, I think.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
when you know it's not good.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about a bunch of albums. I just kind of handpicked a few on Twitter that I saw people talking about and shit. We got Kimbra, we got Phonte, and we got Clipping because it was picked on the wheel last episode thanks to Elliot. You know, we've refreshed the wheel and shit. But yeah, that's gonna be that. So yeah, man, you guys excited for this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Alright,
which one are we doing first?
I was gonna just start with Kimbra.
Kimbra.
I think Kimbra, then Phonte, and then Clipping after that. So I guess we should just get right into it. Normally you have some kind of weird spiel at the beginning, but I feel like we should just get into it.
Yeah, let's just get into
Yeah,
it.
I'm ready to just talk about this shit because I've been holding this in for a while. So
Yeah.
let's go. Kimbra, Primal pop, New Zealand pop artist, art pop,
New Zealand.
electronic. Yeah, much like Lord, who's also New Zealand. People draw comparisons because they're from New Zealand to Lord and shit. But yeah, man, I found about this album because I saw a few people raving about it on Twitter, saying it was pretty cool. So I added to the little short list of
Yeah.
albums. I was like, hey, let's pick a few of these. Kimbra was on there, and it got picked. So yeah, I have no clue what you guys are gonna say.
Yeah. me
I have no
neither.
idea what anyone is going to say.
Right.
I know
Are we
what I'm
doing
gonna
it?
say.
Okay, so.
Oh, Joe knows what he's gonna say.
I know what I'm going to say.
Oh, one thing I just want to
But I
quickly
don't
bring
know what you
up.
guys
There
do
was
say.
talks about changing how we're going to do the format of this, or are we keeping
Yeah, I was thinking because normally what we do on this podcast is we take turns. Like I'll
Yeah.
have my bit.
Should we do that kind of like the dead end hip hop
No,
kind
no,
of?
no, I want to stop doing that.
Oh, you want to stop doing
Yeah,
it?
because that's what we normally do. I wanted to just talk, like we normally would, you know. But yeah, Joe seems pretty sure of what he wants to say. Do you want to start?
Yeah, it's fucking trash, bro.
Oh, I see. Well, why do you think?
Disgusting album.
Wow, that's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal, man. What was so bad about
This
it?
is our guest, by the way. This.
What was so bad
Yeah,
about it?
she tried to go with this. The first few tracks had this like tribal. She was going with this like tribal sounding,
Yeah.
really interesting vocal. How she was going about her vocals and the
Yeah,
instrumentals.
I feel you had like a bit of a sort of
really
jungle
nice.
impact. Yeah.
But like then she just fell into these fillery poppy tracks that had no
Yeah.
consistency.
Yeah.
The first few tracks I was like, I can see where she's going with this tribal feel,
Yeah.
this vibe, even though I didn't like her vocal performance. Like regardless of that,
You don't think she's a good singer?
I don't enjoy her singing. Regardless,
I
of
thought it was fine. Like I thought
Yeah, I
her
think
singing
she
was
is
fine.
good at singing,
I
but I
think
kind
she's
of see
got-
what you're
like
saying.
she
with that.
obviously she can sing, but I didn't enjoy. I thought she was raping these beats. Honestly,
Woo!
I
You are
did-
like fucking.
honestly, I don't know what it was, but I actually just felt angry listening to it. I hated it.
Wow.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you agree? Do you,
kind
do
of.
you
Like,
like
not
it?
as bad as how he said.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Your experience
Triton-
was less brutal, but
Yeah.
So generally, I one thing I thought Elliot wouldn't like this. No,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is that right?
I'm cool with venturing out into new genres and stuff
Yeah, exactly.
if I can.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this was like a bad place to start.
You didn't like this?
Synth pop, I
Alright.
think.
Okay. Well, so you came away negative.
But it's got the album title, yeah. What's it called again?
Primal Heart.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was Primal of Hearts for a sec.
Sure, yeah, Primal Heart.
Yeah, it's Primal. That explains the tribal.
Yeah, it's like
aspect.
that kind of. I mean,
And it's got the album
that's
cover.
weird though. I didn't get a tribal.
Well, it was like a jungly.
I
like,
didn't-
At the start,
I see what you're saying.
I
but
get it a
wasn't-
little bit,
I wasn't
but-
really thinking of it.
And I
Yeah.
thought she
Oh,
was.
I was like a jungly, but then it just started
Okay.
sounding like electronic pop.
I thought the whole thing sounded like electronic.
What I was
You didn't
hoping.
think
front
of
to
the
back. That's the second track.
Yeah, you didn't think it had like a tribal feel to it, like
Yeah,
the
of course.
I mean, I guess.
like the drum
but-
patterns and stuff.
I know what you mean.
Sure,
It's
but
not-
I
it wasn't
I
at
just
the
didn't
forefront
think
of my
that.
mind.
I just didn't think that. I was just thinking it's some cool art pop shit. You know?
Oh, it sounded
So-
jungly to me as it started,
Yeah, sure.
like primally.
But I was hoping for the jungle like vibe to be a bit more consistent.
Yeah.
yeah.
But then her actual vocal performance to like not suck as much. But then it just went
Wow,
down
yeah.
this.
I really-
The last few
I
tracks
mean-
were just these like pop like.
The last
Yeah.
crap. The last few
the
tracks.
last few tracks I really did enjoy though. I think
Yeah,
it
I
was
thought the last. Yeah, dude. Right.
right decision.
Right direction.
Oh,
is
Right
the best
Direction.
song. I love right.
Yeah,
Direction.
right
The worst
direction was
track?
really nice.
Yeah.
Come on, can I just?
What's the word?
The worst track for me is definitely, like without a doubt, Recovery. I
No!
hate Recovery.
No! You did not
Recovery
just
is
say
so
that.
cringy,
Recovery
man.
is amazing.
No,
I
it's
fucking
not.
love Recovery.
Alright, so let's hear what you think of the
Ah.
album.
Okay, this is my second favorite album of the year. I fucking adore it. I think it's
Whoa.
incredible. I love this album
Second
so
favorite.
much. I love this album so fucking much, you guys. I think it's so good.
Whoa.
I think it's phenomenal. I think it's an exceptional electropop album.
Like,
Second
I don't
best
see what's
album.
wrong with it.
I
don't see
felt
what's-
like I was listening to like a Taylor Swift.
I did not get that. The only track
Second best album.
the only tracks I don't enjoy are Light Years and Real Life, which is the last
Second
track.
best album of his
Yeah,
life.
this is my. I played this album
Jesus
so.
I
much.
noticed that you had like 8 songs.
Yeah, I've listened. If you look at my last FM, I've got like nearly 300 scrobbles. I've listened to this album over 25 times. I
What?
fucking love this. I think this is
What?
fantastic.
I did not
The
enjoy
opening
it at
track,
all.
"Good War,"
Yeah, I
is
like that song.
brilliant.
I like
dude. It's
that.
such
I
a
like
good
the
intro. Like
The Good War was that was a cool track.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the problem with this album for
Her
me.
vocals was okay.
I
don't
so,
like her voice.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you carry on with
So
your
having like a
I just
general
think I think she
discussion,
just
right?
performs with an incredible amount of just ferocity and passion, but she also sounds human. She doesn't sound like she's like screaming or anything. She sounds. I don't think she sounds like she's overdoing it. It doesn't sound overproduced. It sounds every syllable you can feel, you know.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate. And I thought
I
Recovery
can
was
see
such
that.
a jam, man.
I can
Recovery
see
was
that.
brilliant. I love that little synth noise in the hook during Recovery. It's like.
No, that track was-
I thought it just gave it such a lovely bounce, and her vocals sounded phenomenal. That part where she says, she's like something anonymous. The way she just fucking nailed that melody was brilliant. I thought her vocals sounded
I feel
great.
like she was trying to go for this
Yeah.
vibe, but she wasn't pulling it off correctly.
So how what?
Because she has a bit of an. I can see why you're saying that because
Maybe-
her voice.
I get elements
how
of Lord in this. I see elements of there was one song that it was Light Years. She had a bit of a Charlie XCX sort of twang going on. There were elements of I don't think
So
this was
you
solely
really-
original sound. But like,
Yeah, you really.
I
Okay,
thought
that's
she pulled it
interesting.
off in a really great way, man.
So
I
you
think-
preferred this than Nikali Uchis? I don't know how you.
yeah, her as well. That's exactly the name I was thinking of. She sounds a lot like Kali Uchis as well.
Yeah.
I thought this was more enjoyable than that. I think there are some truly stunning moments, like the last.
The last few tracks were like the slower ones.
Your
Just
version
so
of me,
beautiful.
version of me is
Yeah.
gorgeous, man. That's the piano ballad, and she's just fucking kid. That's the most impressive moment vocally.
Yeah.
The last 2 minutes of Right Direction was 11 out of 10. I fucking love it. And the last 2 minutes of Just Like They Do on the
Do you
TV was brilliant.
When it got to like they do on TV, I was sold that this was trash.
What?
Yeah.
That's the second best track. I fucking
What?
love that song.
What is the best track?
The best track is Right Direction. to me.
What is she?
But-
what
but
is the
I lo-
subject matter in that song?
Oh, it's talking about like aspiring to like push forward, just like they do like
Like
how-
starting to
like,
grind, like you're trying to grind.
Literally, it's about grinding. The song is about, it's literally about just sort of like pushing yourself, just like the people around you, like looking at what's around you.
Yeah, but since
and then
yeah,
pushing
but
forward,
since
just
when
like they do
was
on the TV.
since when was appealing to television still relevant? Since when was
Since
having?
why does it need to be relevant? It's just what's important to
I
do.
feel like no one can relate to that.
But I think this album's fantastic. The only songs I don't enjoy would be Light Years, because that song, that's the only track where I felt like it was a bit radio friendly. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the only track
Yeah,
where
exactly.
the
That was my problem.
and that was the only song where her performance felt a little bit overdone. Like, there's a point right before the hook busts in, she really goes for it. She goes really high, and I think she barely scraped.
I was
note.
about to say I could appreciate her vocals.
Her
like,
vocals are
her
gorgeous,
vocal
bro.
range. on
She
that.
she does
I'm
a lot
really-
in this album
But
as well.
I wouldn't really say she's doing anything like new.
No, I agree.
I enjoyed it.
And nothing like impressive, really.
I enjoyed
I don't agree
more as
with
an
that.
instrumental. I enjoyed
yeah, the
more-
beats on this thing. Does
Yeah.
no one here enjoy the song "Human"? I figured at least you guys would both enjoy "Human."
Human was an
I did
okay
like it.
track.
I haven't really
Like,
said much about
like,
it. I'm just letting you like.
Sure. Yeah. Do you want to chime in? Yeah. What were your standouts?
Okay.
Come on.
Well, my overall stance on the album is just like it's cool. Like
Right.
for me, it's like the top half, the top bit, and then the bottom bit are like, yeah, this is cool. But the middle was just kind of like a big mesh that really
I
blended
see.
together for me. That I didn't.
Yeah. No,
It kind of just ended up dragging for me in the middle.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You
But
agree with
when
that,
it-
Elliot? You agree with
Yeah,
that?
yeah. It felt like it was all like one song.
Yeah, it
But
just
like, you know,
Wow,
you-
man. That's crazy.
But no, human like for me, like I like the first 3 tracks. Then like they do on TV, yeah. But then when it got to human, I liked that song. And then for me, it kind of picked up again at right direction all the way down to the last track.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, for me,
Sure.
I don't know what it is because the beats on this thing was so like
Fucking-
my
they're-
style.
They're
but
really layered too. There's so much happening, man. I always pick up new little
yeah,
things. Like I love that little squeaky vocal loop on Human. Like,
Yeah.
Hence why I
It's
feel
so
like
fucking
she.
sick.
Hence why I feel like she trashed these beats.
You think her vocals were the
Yes,
weak
I
point?
enjoyed the backup. I enjoyed
Yeah, you
the
just went into a singing.
background vocals and the instrumentals way more than
Right.
what she was trying to accomplish as an artist.
no, I
Her
just
subject
I can
matter,
see that. I can see
her
that.
subject
Yeah,
matter,
okay.
what she was trying to say, how she went about it, the lyrics, I didn't. She wasn't complimenting the instrumentals in my opinion.
you know the thing is with me, I feel like she just in some areas she was delivering such an artistic style song.
Yeah, these are very artful
it,
tracks.
it,
It
it
felt
was
very-
hard to click with.
Yeah.
Like I was like listening to the beats and I'm like, this is sonically really pleasing to me. Like this sounds really good. But like the songwriting to it just wasn't like it wasn't sticking.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Like
of
especially in
these
the
tracks
middle
didn't
part of
feel
that
stand
album,
out.
it just kind of it was like okay.
Yeah,
But
I
the
mean-
start of it, like I remember when I heard Top of the World.
I love that.
I was listening to that song and I was like, do I like this song? Because she kind of sounds like she's impersonating Kendrick. Like,
Oh, yeah, with the little vocal. I know exactly how you
yeah,
feel.
yeah,
Yeah,
I was
I-
like,
I-
she sounds like she's being
I
Kendrick.
didn't
I'm
get
like, I don't know
that
if I
feel.
like this. And
Yeah.
I listened to it again. It's like, actually, this is
Yeah,
quite.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah,
Because
it's a
she's
good
actually
song.
doing something with her voice. She doesn't sound like the same on every song.
Yeah, exactly.
She's actually doing things to keep
I
it.
was
Yeah.
I was just looking
Yeah.
at the album square on my phone the whole time, just frowning, just like what is
Right.
this crap?
I was just loving it, man. I was
Trying to be like
smiling.
edgy pop, like try.
I don't love it as much as you,
Yeah.
and I don't hate it as much as you.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool album,
Comes
yeah.
off edgy. I think it's really exciting. I think more pop artists need to do shit like this.
Because it's a cool
And,
electronic pop.
And yeah, on
album.
Top of the World, like that song is so uplifting to me because it's
Yeah.
like her reflecting on where she is. Like I'm all that. She's like, this is her flex song. You know?
I know,
She's like-
yeah.
and you just the way it builds up and there's a really sick corporation.
Oh, that
like,
second
in the
track
bridge.
is
That's a really good
Yeah, I
point
love
as
that
well.
song.
The
I like the
build-ups
second
on this
track.
song were genuinely impressive. Like
Yeah.
the way the songs would all build up, just like sonically, like
Yeah.
huge like instrumentation.
There are so many massive walls of sound.
Yeah,
It's
it was
so
really
incredible.
impressive. But I don't know, just in the middle of the album, it just
Yeah.
failed to stick. Like the
Sure, I feel
songwriting
you.
wasn't there for me.
Yeah.
The start of it was really unique and it had a tribal feel, which I
Yeah,
thought
I
it
thought
was
she
going
was going
for.
to stick with that.
Yeah, I
then
can see
there's-
that. I wasn't thinking that, but I can see that.
Yeah, but as it went to the middle of the album, it just kind of really fell off and became hard to
It's like
stick.
poppy.
End
like-
of the song, end of the album, when she kind of dialed it down a bit and stripped it back and
Sure.
made it really blissful and beautiful,
So,
was when
did
it's.
you not enjoy Past Love at all? Because I like
Oh
that
my
song.
God, that was
Past
so trash.
Love,
I hated that. I hated that so much.
That had the most soothing instrumental to me. It was a really smooth.
I feel like it should
instrumental.
have been a collaborative album. It
That part where
should
she's
have
like, "Come back to yourself."
Did she have any features on this album?
No features.
I
She
feel
didn't need
like-
a feature, man.
I
She-
feel
she
like
needed
there
J.
should have
Cole.
been collaborated.
Yeah.
There should have been more like collaborations in this album, and I feel
Yeah,
like
I feel you, man. If you didn't like her
the-
voice, that makes sense.
the
but,
artist
yeah.
should have gone down a different direction with the instrumentals. I
Oh,
feel
yeah?
like she did not.
Wait, so you don't like the instrumentals?
No, I liked them. I feel like she didn't
Oh.
compliment them because they were.
I can see that in
I
the
think
middle of the
her
album,
voice-
definitely.
I'll
Her
be
voice is
100%.
look. The instrumentals sound really colourful and opulent and synth.
And then they
heavy,
fall
that
off
art-
And
that
then
halfway
art-
stuff goes like.
And her voice reaches that same level. It sounds grand. It sounds opulent. It
At
has
the start of
range
the
to
album.
it.
For
I
me,
would say
anyway.
for
And the
whole
start and
time-
the end.
like during Black Sky. The beginning of Black Sky is so like like Black Sky starts off it's like a full sense of security. It's like it's like
Yeah.
kind of soothing, and then the hook bursts in with like
It was a tyrannical mess.
Like it just
It was fucked.
like it
I hated
starts off just smooth, and then the hook busts in with this
Yeah, like,
amazing explosion.
that's what I mean. Like the walls of sound that
these
came
pop
into
songs,
this.
these is some really interesting pop. And
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. It
like
was
this is
interesting.
really special. Like the more I listen to it, the more it just unraveled itself, and just how gorgeous these
It
tracks
falls
were.
off halfway after
Yeah.
Recovery and Human.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that tribal feel to it.
Like I
It
thought.
doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just falls off on what I thought she was trying to do.
Sure. I mean, I just thought the whole thing just sounded like some really cool
But what
art
the
pop tunes, man.
What was
Yeah,
real
they
life,
were.
man? What was real life?
That was weird. Real
What was
life,
that?
it felt like a bad James Blake impression. Real life. But just, like, with that weird sort of vocoder thing that she had going on. I wasn't really into real life. I thought it was a pretty anticlimactic
I
finish.
feel like
But
she's.
I think it could have finished that. I think
Version of Me would have been a perfect.
version of me. I think I was like, oh, is it done? And then real life.
Yeah,
came in.
Version of Me was a more fulfilling
I
clip.
feel like the instrumentals were a opportunity to establish something.
Yeah, and
That
she,
makes
I, thought-
sense.
She
I
failed
think,
to
I
do
think
that.
that opportunity was established 100% with a fucking awesome pop out. Like how she was dealing with a lot of a relationship, like on Recovery, on Everybody Knows, and on Past Love. There was a recurring theme of like just establishing who you are as a person. Like on Recovery, it's all about recovery. Like I'm in recovery. I'm trying to grow from my past relationships. Past Love sort of calls back that theme. So you can tell she is definitely and Version of Me, where it's like questioning if the people, if her lover, is what I assume she is referring to in the song, is willing to actually stick by her and not just wait for the next version of her or someone else who's just her. Like, is she willing to, have a partner that will grow alongside her?
Yeah.
And I thought she displayed all these emotive and personal stories with a lot of passion and vulnerability. And I could appreciate that, and I enjoyed that, but I think ultimately my enjoyment comes from the insanely catchy choruses on songs like Recovery, The Good War, Human, etc. I love the Human. I gotta have this Primal. That chorus on
Yeah.
Human. That shit was just fucking. It's just so fucking. Everything just comes together so comfortably. Every sound sounds tightly engaged with one another, and I think it's a really majestic album.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Can you, however, see where Elliot and Joe are coming from, or
Yeah,
is
I
it
mean,
still?
I
Can I talk for a little
oh
bit?
yeah, of course, yeah. Go ahead.
I don't really have a lot to say.
Yeah.
But I feel like the instrumentals were cool and stuff. But
yeah.
like her voice was very sort of like contrasting in the worst way, in my opinion.
How though?
It was very
what
sort
was
of
she doing differently to the instrumentals that made it awkward for you? Because I thought
the
she fit fine.
instrumentals felt like kind of dreamy, but also kind
That's
of like
how her
hard.
voice sounds. Her voice
But, like-
sounds dreamy. It's angelic to me. I think her voice sounds.
I think she almost sounded like a little bit, like the beats were kind of colourful, and she almost sounded a little bit like depressed type thing.
I don't think she's. The only song where she sounded depressed was Version of Me. So she was having
I just
fun
don't.
on most
I don't
of
really
this.
think she was having fun.
Like,
It
Top of
didn't
the
sound
World,
like
Top
she
of the
was
World.
having
No,
It
fun.
sounded like
with
she
it.
was trying to
She's
go
having
for this
fun- she's having
artsy
fun with
vibe.
it.
Yeah,
sounded like
it
she was
it
trying
sounded
to
very
go-
pretentious as well
that
to me.
part on the
Very
Good
pretentious.
War, or where it like it's synths like swell up is like
Yeah.
like that shit is fucking mental. Like there are so many clever ideas. I don't know, again, a sense of pretentious.
It
I just
didn't
think
feel
she's making
authentic.
some really.
Like she stuck with a consistent, authentic feel.
So it sounded like she was faking it the whole time.
If it sounded like she was trying to be
Yeah, I
artsy.
I mean,
Rather
it's art
than
pop. I mean,
There you go. Maybe I just don't like this genre, but
yeah.
like,
I
feel
mean,
like
art
it-
pop is just pop music, but done in a more grandiose way.
But it got way more poppy halfway through the album, and
Yeah, I
I
can see
really
that.
didn't appreciate that.
I like the turn it took towards the later half of the album. It's a nice contrast from kind of all these big blissful songs. But yeah, the start and the end I liked, but just the middle.
I feel like she
really
was
didn't stick with me.
Trying
Sure.
to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Honestly,
I think it's
So
more
many-
calculated than that. That
so many
sounds
different
like
things going on.
this. Yeah, I know, but it all comes together. It all fits.
I don't think it feels like a journey to me. Like albums
Right.
that are normally transcend differently throughout every song.
Mhm.
I feel like it
I think
failed
they-
to do that.
I mean, the instrumental palette on this thing is giant. Like you look at songs like Right Direction and songs like Human and Top of the World. There are sounds and ideas thrown on all those tracks that are from completely different worlds. I mean, I think it's pretty. Like, I think there's a lot happening. I don't think it's too samey or.
So-
anything. I think this is a very brilliantly crafted.
I didn't
pop
think it was
album.
samey. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I didn't
right,
think
exactly.
it was
I'm
samey.
not sure where you're coming
But
from. Like, on that
apart
one.
from those like there was like a couple tracks like in the middle.
Yeah, like Past
Um,
Love, like that's so like the instrumentation.
They kind of
there is
blended
so
into one
organic and like, man, I really
So
enjoyed
Elliot,
it.
out
Such.
of 10. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Right. I mean, overall, yeah. I think this is. I can't stop playing it. I think everything on here is great except for Light Years and the last track. Yeah, man. I mean, I see what you guys are saying, but to me, she's a really capable singer who picks some fucking fantastic. And she produced a lot of this too. And she's got production credits on pretty much every song. So yeah, props to her, man. I think she's a talented musician. I'm really excited to see what she does in the future.
I feel like
Oh,
by the way, did you
I
guys?
I do think she's a talented musician,
Yeah.
right? But the sound wasn't for me.
Sure,
you
yeah,
know,
that's
I wasn't
cool.
really enjoying myself.
But yeah, like, did you guys know who Kimbra was before this?
nah.
No, I was itching to just like get onto another album.
Yeah,
just
because
get
you might
on
recognize her
it.
from the song with Goat Ye. So now then, just somebody that
Houston.
she was
Yeah.
featured on it. It was featuring Kimbra. Yeah.
Oh really?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what kind of got her a bit of buzz. But yeah, man, I thought this was really sick. I
feel
mean,
like,
to be fair, sorry. To be fair, on the first couple listens, I was kind of with you guys a little bit. I hate to bunch you all into like one, but I was kind of like, I mean, it's a cool album, but nothing's really clicking with me. But the
You
more
reckon
I
it
stuck, the
changed?
more I stuck with it, I just found so much to love about each track.
Yeah.
I thought each track had a really distinct personality to it.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
I found this really great.
So out of 10?
It's an 8, a very high 8.
Good 8.
Yeah, my second favorite album of the year, behind Rolo Tomasi.
I am surprised about that, but
Yeah, shout
I
out Rick
kind of
Delay.
thought you would like this. I
Yeah.
thought you would like it and you wouldn't, but I wasn't sure about it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how are you feeling out of 10?
Well, for the fact that the instrumentals I did enjoy fell off halfway through, and I
Right.
didn't like any of her vocal performances
Mhm.
because the consistency
Not even
fell
Black Sky.
because the consistency fell off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I only enjoyed half of the track's instrumentals,
Yeah.
and I didn't understand the subject matter, what she was trying to say or establish. It's got to be like a 5.
Okay,
Because
that's
it's-
fine.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
I mean,
still-
I was expecting lower.
It's
I was
listenable.
gonna give it lower than that.
I feel like no, it's
Wow.
It's
So
listenable.
you thought it was
I
bad.
like that only.
It's
Yeah.
You thought it. Oh, okay.
No, I'm gonna be like unfair because it's
Yeah.
my opinion, but I can
Yeah.
see that it's well produced
Yeah.
and she's obviously like.
I respect
You
that.
know.
I respect that kind of rating. Yeah.
But it's.
I mean-
I don't enjoy it, but I can see that someone else could enjoy it. But
You should review it
You
like
should just
on
review
how
it on
you
your
feel.
subjective experience.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
But if
I'm
that's
the-
how you want to review it,
I mean, it's up to you how you want it.
but it's subjective plus
Subjective.
quality. The quality is obviously there.
Yeah,
but
man.
It's
I feel you.
if I was
That's
going to
kind of how
do
I
it,
like to review things as well.
Yeah.
it would probably be like a 3 or a 4 if it was really just my opinion.
Yeah, just
properly.
pure subjective thoughts. Like you can separate it,
Okay.
one objective score, one subjective score.
I see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm gonna settle on like a 5. 4
Do you mind if,
5.
before you give yours, do you mind if I quickly say
Yeah,
what I give
you
it?
go ahead.
I'm feeling like a 6.5 on this.
Oh, cool.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
it's about-
alright.
When I tally up how much of the first half and the second half I enjoyed,
Yeah.
it's a bit more than half the album, and it's
Sure. Okay.
really unique pop album. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give
The
it-
second track I think I can throw on as like a listenable,
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah.
yeah, sorry, Elliot. Out of 10.
Out of 10, this is like purely based on
Yeah,
like,
on what
the
you
way
think.
I'm feeling.
Ignore-
A
yeah.
like a 4. A 4 out
So
of 10.
you came away like this was bad. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice.
It was.
Oh man.
But I
it's
can
just me.
appreciate
It's
her
just me.
style,
I
and I
was-
can appreciate her musical ability and
Yeah.
talent. But for me, it just wasn't, hitting a nail on the head.
Wow, man, that's great. I thought this all sounded lovely. I didn't find much to hate. So yeah, I'm sticking with my 8.
So we got
Four.
lowest.
This is like the most diverse we've ever had.
No,
Yeah,
it's
this
still
probably-
it's still kind of the same. We normally have like a scale. What do you think?
Yeah,
4,
yeah.
5, 6, 8.
See, it's
kind
a ladder.
Yeah, it's still a ladder.
Like you said, yeah.
But like from 4 to 8, that's
Yeah.
like the biggest.
This is
gap
a
we've
nice.
had.
This was a good, different selection of takes from this album. Obviously, everyone has their own take from it, and
And
yeah,
plus,
man.
it'd be a bit boring if everyone had exactly the same thing to say.
Yeah,
about
exactly. I
an
agree.
album.
I
Yeah.
agree. But so yeah, shout out to Rick Delay, fellow New Zealand music reviewer who reviewed this positively and made me aware of it and put it on the list. So then I would go listen to it and I was like, holy shit, this is like incredible, and that was really cool. So yeah, shout out to you, bro. And I'm sorry that you had to sit through Joe's opinion because I'm sure you're like fuming if you're listening right now because Joe like
Yeah,
slated
man.
it.
I'm sorry as well, but please don't fucking kill me.
Nice guy.
Yeah, shout out to Rick though, he's a cool guy, and he
Yeah,
he
yeah.
made me aware of this album. So, and I'm
Shout
loving it.
out
I'm gonna
to-
be playing it
shout out to you.
all year.
I don't have
Yeah, I think this is
any
great.
anything.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's that one done. Let's move on to album number 2.
Oh, do you want to log in and
Yeah, wait, what-
see if it's
yeah.
actually still doing its thing?
Yeah, because if it stopped recording, then we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
It's
so much better. It's so
Yeah.
much
so much better. So much
Exactly. I told
Oh,
him.
wait, well, how were you doing before?
Before it was like we'd take turns. Like he would have his monologue, I'd have my monologue, and then we'd just
Yeah.
and then we'd just have like a score at the end. It was way more
Sounds trash.
a lot more structured.
Yeah,
but yeah.
structured.
Oh,
Anyway,
shit.
let's
Right.
get into this.
Okay, album number 2 is Phonte with No News is Good News. This came out a little while ago, actually. I've been aware of it for a minute. I've heard numerous people on Twitter saying like, oh, it's one of the best rap albums. Yeah, don't sleep on Phonte and all this shit. He's like
North Carolina.
Yeah, he's like the fucking goat. And yeah, man, I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna throw it on the list, see what these guys have to say, and it ended up getting picked between the 4 of us for this episode. And yeah, Phonte, No News is Good News. Dude is this is his second album. His first album came out a while ago. He doesn't really release music too regularly. Were you guys aware of who Phonte was before?
The only track I'd heard like with him in it is the Kate Chinada track.
Oh yeah, from 99.9%. He had the song.
Yeah,
What was it called?
what
I
was it
have
called?
1 too many.
1 Too Many. Yeah, many.
That was
Yeah,
that.
1
Yeah.
Too Many.
He was featured on that. Yeah. Okay, so that was your only reference going in.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
So,
What about
like,
you guys? You had any
Yeah,
awareness?
he's obviously done
No,
a very
not at
different
all.
thing on here.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty much all I had heard as well. Same as you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I didn't know much going in. I just knew he was like a. I knew he was like a real rapper, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know, like
he's one of them ones.
He's not like a mumble rapper. Yeah, I knew like.
Okay.
That's all I knew. He was like a. Like, not
We're
like
gonna
a-
have like different opinions
Yeah.
on this then.
Oh, we're gonna have different opinions.
Like I think like all of us are gonna have slightly
really?
different opinions.
Yeah.
What's giving you?
Well,
that
'cause
impression?
it-
What's giving you that?
In
impression?
my
It's just
opinion,
transition,
it
nice.
didn't feel
Mhm.
like he was really struggling. It felt like man, I've come from a deep, and
Wait, what?
I'm really ready now. It's like
What?
I
What
don't
does
know.
that?
It
Wait, what
felt,
does that mean?
not like an XXX Tentacion. He just felt like
Yeah.
he wasn't actually struggling as much as he was putting out.
When
it
was he
felt-
talking about the struggle?
Huh?
When was he talking about the struggle? on this
Probably
thing?
the father track. Probably.
Yeah, like Cry No
probably
More.
that
Cry
track.
No More was talking about like
Probably that one. But
Yeah, that wasn't really like a struggle track.
I
would
did
say.
not.
Sure, yeah, but like I don't know. He
I
felt
like
a little
this thing a lot.
try-hardy to me.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
so-
trying to say.
I like this thing a
Yeah.
lot.
My man.
I like it a
I
lot
think- I think
too.
it's dope.
I like
Yeah.
it a lot too.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's just a very. It doesn't do anything new, but it's just a very modest.
It's so
hip-hop.
to the point.
Yeah,
it's so
it's just
10 tracks, 30 minutes.
Exactly.
It's
That's
solid.
exactly what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
it's just such a modest. It's
a
just
very
like
solid
him,
track. Yeah.
him
album.
and the tracks, and if
Yeah.
you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah.
But for me,
Were there any songs you didn't like?
The instrumentals were amazing.
no, I didn't. I liked every song, and I do think there are weaker cuts on this thing, but they're still
Yeah.
like Sweet You. I thought it was
Sweet-
sweeter than you.
Oh,
but
yeah,
yeah,
Sweet You.
Yeah, Sweet You. Could be sweeter than you. Although lyrically, that was definitely probably one of the weaker tracks.
Sure, yeah, that was a little cheesy.
I enjoyed the.
Yeah,
what's
what, yeah. What song was it?
One with Freddie Gibbs
Yeah,
in it.
No. I
One with
enjoyed.
Freddie Gibbs. Wow.
Yo, right?
Yo, that was so.
That beat,
That was
when
so
it's like,
sick. Yeah, the
"You can
beat
have a
too.
new day."
and then the bass is like.
Yeah, it's so fucking hard.
But hang
No,
on.
I enjoyed the features more than him.
Yeah, or Freddie
yeah,
Gibbs.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird. But
Yeah. No, Freddie Gibbs killed that
But
shit.
you still think it's
Yeah,
a
no.
solid
Yeah,
you
do
still
you
think
want
it's a
to-
solid album.
yeah.
No, and Phonte, like, he's got bars.
He
So
could
th-
spit like
that-
that one.
that
He's
bar
like, shit his
audio-
car, but he shit his flat of the concourse. That shit.
and then there's that bar,
Yeah.
master, audio slave of a mastermind.
Yes,
I'm like,
that was so
"Ooh."
sick. Yeah,
I feel like it's a very well-rounded, well-produced
yeah.
hip-hop album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to,
But
your,
it's
to
not-
your bullet hip hop.
But it's
kind of.
not. I don't think it's establishing anything. Yeah, again, like the Kimbra
It's
album.
not pushing the boat out.
No,
it's
Yeah,
not,
yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
not.
But I
just-
think
it's
it's,
just
it's
a
very
exploring
conscious
new
it's doing
territory.
It's
it.
really honest.
It's-
It's a
yeah.
very modest album.
Yeah.
The
I
track
think it
about
needs to.
the genetic dispositions that black people.
Oh yeah, the
Expensive
jeans,
How?
expensive jeans.
Yeah, that was cool. I wish
I
I was
mean,
longer.
that was
It
interesting, but I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that song could have
Sure.
been developed better, but
I
that
feel like
cool.
it was.
I swear that was like 1 minute. Though.
I like that. It was like, I wish I could fit in these expensive jeans.
Jeans,
Like that's
yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
clever.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
liked the inch. He had this ongoing theme of having these instrumental, like
Yeah, like you're
outros.
Only,
No,
you're
no,
only
no, no.
as human as like yeah these.
Yeah,
weird
these
little, like,
outros. One of
You're
them.
only
They
Yeah.
didn't really add much. For
They're
me.
only as old as your ability to process new
In-
information.
yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's
was-
like,
One of them
Yeah.
really cringed me out.
yeah, they were a bit cheesy. I feel you there.
But
I thought they were cool though. I thought they were a nice little touch.
I didn't like his
Because you
voice.
don't really hear a lot of artists doing that. You might hear them do it on one track, but
yeah.
he did it on quite a few.
the beat on Cry No More, there's like little glitchy
Motherfuckers can't.
synths.
Ding, 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 ding. That sounded so Nujabes.
Yeah.
That was so Nujabes. And that was my favourite track. I love Crying Out
Yeah.
Loud a lot. I think
And like the little glitchy synths it had, like,
yeah,
do,
yeah.
do,
And
do,
then,
do,
and then
do.
when that guy came in, was like, "Oh, my dad, like, I always wanted to cook, you know."
Yeah.
And then like,
Oh, and he was telling the story about how he
you know,
used
but he
to.
didn't realize at the time, but he was teaching me about life. And
Yeah.
it becomes like a whole different sentiment, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
that's-
really lovely.
So Help Me God was good.
Oh,
yeah,
So
yeah.
Help Me.
That was like my favourite track.
That was a good song. That was a
So
great.
Help Me
The
God
intro
was
like
so
do
good.
do.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah.
that
It
was
felt. It
such
did
a-
feel kind of try-hardy, but it was
Yeah.
still.
I don't think it did. I
such
thought it was a nice-
such a solid
I
track.
still think it felt modest.
I feel like
wouldn't
I
say-
wasn't allowed to enjoy it as much as I could have because I know
Mhm.
it sounds weird, but like
Yeah, no, go on.
I
Go on.
couldn't relate to it.
Sure, I don't think you need to relate to it. To
And
appreciate
I've-
it, though.
There's like a load of albums out there.
I think, look, relatability is so overrated. People always
Yeah.
like, I couldn't relate. Like, what's it, FIFO from Dead and Hip Hop?
Yeah.
He's always talking about, like, I just couldn't relate to it, man. Like, when he was talking about Saturation by Brockhampton.
Yeah.
He was talking about, like, I guess I could kind of relate to gold, because, like, I wear a gold chain too, you know, like, but I just couldn't relate. Like, I think that's, like, if you look at strictly for relatability, then it's just, you're not going to get much. Like, I feel like it's...
In a way,
Over,
I
like, you don't
understand
need to
exactly
relate,
what you're
like-
saying, but remember, as
Uh-huh.
like as listeners, we all have that one thing that makes music
Yeah,
enjoyable for us. So I guess for him, it's relatability. That's
yeah, I
like,
suppose. It's subjective.
yeah.
But for
it's
me, I don't
just-
really need to relate to it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
As long
It's
as I
not-
can appreciate what you're saying. that's
Exactly,
cool.
yeah.
I
For you,
can
it's not
definitely-
high, but for him, it is. You know?
Exactly, yeah. It's
Everyone's
true.
got their own different like needs for it,
Yeah.
but
And I like how Cry No More started off like motherfuckers can't cry no more when you do, like it's like pussy to cry.
yeah,
Yeah,
He's like
exactly.
saying like no, it's
Yeah.
fine. Like
Yeah.
I like how he has a very positive message.
There was a track
Yeah,
that the
that was
instrumental
really
was a
nice.
little less hip hoppy and it was more like modern, like 808s. And
Yeah,
stuff.
Was
yeah,
that Change
well-
Your Mind? Talking about
Change your mind.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that
That's
was
pretty
yeah.
good.
I
With like the
felt,
reverted snares, it's like
Yeah, exactly.
I felt like
So
that
sick.
was enjoyable.
That was a nice track, man.
Can we talk about Pasta Tigalo?
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know how you pronounce
What
it.
is this
Tigalo.
Tigalo?
Yeah, I was confused.
Tigalo.
I'm not sure who Tigalo is, or if that's like a
Yeah.
nickname for him.
Yeah.
Or, I'm not sure if it's someone.
Tigalo.
Yeah, it was like Tigalo to the rescue at the beginning, you know. But I'm not sure who that is or what the deal. If someone in the comments knows more about Fonte's background and whatnot and can fill us in, that would be greatly appreciated because we're kind of lost on that.
Yeah.
Phonte.
Yeah. I mean, Pasta Tigalo. So what do you want to talk about, Elliot?
No, I just wanted to like have a bit of a discussion about it.
Sure,
how you
okay.
felt about it.
All right. In my
It was one
opinion,
of my.
I thought that song was lyrically the best.
yes.
Yeah.
Had the
Yeah.
most bars, but the beat was a bit messy.
Yeah.
To me, it felt a
The
bit.
beat was.
100%
It was a bit
agree.
I really
clunky.
liked the
It
beat.
was like
I really liked it.
it felt a bit awkward. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes,
But the
it's great.
bars on it. Yeah.
Yeah, like the
bars.
part like, what's it like how, like whack rappers deny their whackness, but like how black rappers deny their blackness and say whack shit like my daddy's Dominican or something.
Yeah.
Like, I thought he had some really cool, lines there. He had some great quotables, but musically. It was one of my personal least favorites, but I did like the part where he was like, Zenia Phonte, hey everybody. That part was pretty nice. Yeah, man, and that Fly of the Conchords line, one of my favorite shows, comedy shows, so cool reference.
I like this album,
Yeah.
man. I did.
I
Like,
think it's good.
I like
and
this album
I kind
too.
of, I kind of drew it to like. It's kind of ironic how I was thinking of like Dreamville and stuff like that because
Yeah, it's got a bit.
he's from North Carolina as
Sure,
well.
is that the same as J. Cole?
Yeah, so
alright.
I was thinking it's kind of like
Mhm.
work they put out. It's just hip hop. It's just they're not trying to push the boat. They're just
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
give you modest
I agree.
hip hop albums
I
to
respect
enjoy.
that.
Like, this
And
is
I-
real hip hop.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
You don't always need to be like pushing the boat out with music.
I don't think. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's perfectly acceptable. Like
Exactly.
with Saba's album was just some really beautiful jazz rap.
Yeah,
front
yeah.
to back.
yeah,
You know, and
exactly.
that's
and
what
that's
this
what I
is.
got with this one. It's just like
Exactly.
you know what, nice beats, like
Yeah.
good subject matter, like actually has bars. Like this is the
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff
exactly.
I enjoy.
And also I need to mention one of my favorite choruses on this album was on the song "Such Is Life." I thought it had a
Mm.
great hook, where it's like always by your and the piano's like ding ding
Yeah,
ding ding
the
ding. I love
piano
that,
in that
the
song.
piano all over this album. It's
The
fantastic.
features that sang were really good. I enjoyed
Yeah,
the
yeah, the-
singing more than him.
No,
I
his
was- I
singing
was-
voice as well. And
Yeah, his
Change
sing-
of Mind is
Oh,
actually
he-
decent.
He's a great singer. I
Yeah.
think he's an excellent rapper, man.
No, he did have
But,
a decent go at that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And To the Rescue was a cool intro bit. I love when the instrumentation really comes full force in that first track.
Yeah,
And it's like the piano comes up,
kind of catches your attention by
It's
that
so
point.
jazzy and bustling and just fucking feel good, However, though, I thought, Pasta Tigalo, whilst I love the lyricism, musically I wasn't fully sold on that
100%
track.
agree.
Expensive Jeans was a great idea that was very shallow and underdeveloped in my
Yeah,
opinion. I think
agree
it could
on
have
that
been
as
improved
well.
on.
Yeah,
The last two tracks really felt like a bit of a weak finish.
yeah, that was.
yeah.
I didn't enjoy that.
Like,
at all.
Like find
The
that
last
like,
track-
settled what I
the last
felt
track.
like.
I think he could.
hold on. Elliot, what do you
Yeah,
think?
No, I was just gonna say like I thought they did a nice job of like closing it. I
Sure.
thought
Yeah, I guess it did feel like a finish, but I thought they were two of the most unexciting songs.
really
Specifically,
I thought it did a really good job of closing
sure.
it.
I mean, for me, it's like the Find That Love Again. The chorus in that song, the tone of it was a bit off. It was like, got to find that love again. It felt a bit. I was like, I don't know if Phonte fits there. It just feels
didn't.
a bit like.
It didn't.
I
Yeah, I
just-
know what you mean. It didn't feel like it fit.
but
in
to be
very
fair,
well.
and that last track was lovely, but again, it felt too short.
Yeah,
And like had that really cool like do 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 that little piano, and then like
I don't know,
Nice
man.
little groove going on.
I feel like he went
Well,
an extra
it was
mile
cool,
to
but-
kind of go out of his zone, and instead of just sticking to like basic beats, he went the extra mile on some of these tracks, and I just
Sure.
think
The
he
jazz
could have done more for
influence.
a last track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, and did you appreciate the Kate Tronada shout out on that second last track?
oh yeah, the Kate
He
Tronada.
shouted
Yeah,
out, he shouted
I
out Royce
didn't
the
actually
Five.
notice that.
And
Oh, he was like Royce the
Domogenesis.
5'9", that's what's up. Domo Genesis, that's what's
Yeah.
up. Kate Tronada,
Oh
that's
shit!
what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
He said
yeah.
your old
He was
Drew.
like listing them all
Yeah,
up.
he shouted
That
out your
was
old
sick.
Droog as
yeah.
well, which is a very obscure reference,
Yeah.
so that's cool that you mentioned him. But yeah, I just think, I'd say for me, score, if I'm going into scores now, it's a really strong 7.
Mhm.
I think there are just a few inconsistent moments, like Expensive Jeans being not that developed. Those last
Yeah.
couple tracks not really fulfilling me personally all that much.
Yeah.
And musically, plus the Tigolo wasn't all the way there. And with this being such a short, trimmed album, 33 minutes, I think any misstep is amplified because it's
Yeah.
like such a you can't miss. Like that Pusha T album that came out.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Every
couldn't
track.
tell if it was meant to be throw it on and listen to it or an experience.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I
yeah.
sometimes get
I
like.
mean,
It's somewhere in between. Like,
yeah, it's just
it's like I was eating food while I was listening to this for
Yeah.
the first time, and
Sure,
it was kind
sure.
of like,
yeah, man. I think
can
it
still get the
can be
vibe.
enjoyed in both
yeah, it's
contexts.
like an
I
in
think.
between kind of thing.
Sure, because it's like he's telling a story, but he's doing it in a very concise to the point where you can comfortably throw it on.
Yeah.
But you're still getting who he is, which is good. But ultimately, yeah, musically, whilst it is to the point, obviously I do like to hear some surprises, and there were no musical surprises
Yeah,
in this thing,
yeah.
which did kind of make the experience feel kind of tame in a sense. But there were some great songs. Like I thought "Sweet You" was pretty nice. Musically, at least, I do agree. Lyrically, it was
Yeah.
a bit lacking.
I
But
didn't really get on with that track
yeah,
too much.
"Sweet You." you know.
I thought it was kind of.
Could
Be sweet. I love that intro. It starts off perfect. But yeah, I think lyrically it was a
Yeah.
bit tricky. But I like the song musically.
Nah,
But
yeah.
what were your gripes for the song, Elliot?
Just yeah, like I mean, like the lyricism on it.
Yeah,
the beat
yeah.
wasn't really doing anything.
The beat wasn't that
major.
exciting. To be fair. I feel
Yeah,
like-
yeah, it was a little bit
like,
boring.
the percussion could have been.
I
more.
could see that.
Like,
But
yeah,
I like the
it's
song,
like-
but
But,
I can
yeah,
see
yeah,
where you're
yeah, I
coming
agree.
from.
His flow was kind of cool at some points.
Yeah, as a rapper, I have no gripes with him. Flow, delivery,
No, I really
wordplay,
like him.
rhyme scheming, entendres. As a rapper, he's very good. And I think he's got a nice voice that sounds confident.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It sounds like
He sounds comfortable. with
exactly.
beats.
It never sounds awkward. Nothing
Yeah,
about the
right.
sound. Nothing about the sounds. Like it shouldn't be there, except for the case of
Yeah, it was
Pastor-
it was a
Pastor
good
Tigger.
performance.
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
man, for sure. But yeah, for me, it's a strong 7.
Bro,
I'm not quite on
like,
that 8 level, but
every single point you said there applies to me.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Every single thing you said, I would replicate.
So we're 100% on the same.
Yeah, yeah. 7
Alright.
out of 10 for me as
Gotcha.
well, man.
All right, what about you guys?
I'm gonna have to go with another 6.
A 6?
Okay, I can
Okay.
respect that, yeah.
6
What?
out of 10. That's cool.
I'm sorry.
That's cool, yeah.
I'm 7 out of 10,
Okay, so
but not like a strong one, just like a
Like-
seven,
yeah,
just
because
a 7 out of 10. Sorry, Joe's doing some
Joe's
funny
doing
ones.
some funny shit. All right, yeah,
So is it like a strong
I thought-
6 to light 7? As
No, it's
sometimes
just
you say?
it's just a
because
7.
to me the difference between a 6 and a 7 is they're both positive, right? Like they're both positive scores. 6 and 7, you're both recognizing it's good,
Yeah.
but you don't love it. I
Yeah.
think with 6, it's like, okay, I'll come back to a few songs, but not the whole album. But
Yeah.
with 7, it's like, I'd return to this album. It's
Yeah.
not great, but I would return to it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what 7 is to me. And
Yeah.
I think I would gladly come back to this as an album.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I think 7, it just reaches that. But
Yeah, I'm
so
thinking-
Joe, so you're 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Want to give like an overall, like a summary, like a conclusion? Like how you, like why a 6 and pros and cons?
Enjoyed the instrumentals.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I kind of fell off on the last few tracks.
Sure,
I liked his
agree.
delivery. I didn't really understand the subject matter, what he was trying to go for,
Mhm.
or nor
Yeah.
I could relate to it.
Yeah, that wasn't like a story.
I enjoyed
think
his
it was just-
ideas, like some of the ideas and concepts, like the one about his genetics and
Yeah,
his
expensive genes,
dispositions
that was
and
quite
having
cool.
to pay for certain medications and stuff. And I liked the what's it called? The collaborators.
Yeah, Freddie
Their
Gibbs, all
voices,
the singers.
the singers
they all,
were brilliant.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I just didn't. I feel like it was it's like a solid, like gritty hip hop album with
Oh,
like
cool.
jazzy kind of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
influence.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't call it
Sure.
gritty.
But
thought
I
it
didn't
felt-
really-
yeah,
It
I
had a
just-
bit of street element to it.
It
you
did.
know what
I
mean?
agree. Yeah,
But I
so
didn't. I
it
didn't
felt-
really enjoy
Oh,
it.
so help me God, like so help me God.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I didn't really properly enjoy it. No.
Like you liked it, but you wouldn't come back to it.
No.
Yeah, it's like a 6. It's like a nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, good.
That's
good,
fair. That's
good
fair. That was
justification.
good.
Nice.
So,
All
I
right.
guess we were
So
all
I also need to
kind
mention.
of-
I also need. Sorry. The ending of Change of Mind, where it's like. It's like swelling up and shit. That ending. You know? Was it just?
Yeah,
me?
it was cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I thought that was a really nice ending, that song. And then the
Yeah.
piano's like...
Yeah, the piano was just doing its own thing.
That song is dope. But there were some fucking dope songs on this album. But yeah, 7 for me.
Yeah, so,
Cool, I think that's everyone covered here.
yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. Alright, good stuff. So now we'll move on to the final album of the podcast. Clipping, Splendor, and Misery. Let's go. Yeah, there you go. That's the whole podcast. Unfortunately, the audio for the rest of the audio was like fucking destroyed. So so yeah, that's a real shame. But yeah, generally I can sum up everyone's thoughts on the Clipping album for you real quick right now. Obviously, you know, I've reviewed it before on the channel, and I really like it. I think it's a great album. Elliot, I think we all loved it. I think all of us came away really positive, and I think the most positive was Joe, our guest. I think he was head over heels for it, more so than all of us. But unfortunately, I can't remember like favorite tracks or whatever. But yeah, it was a really positive review. Sucks that I couldn't retrieve the audio. It was really like destroyed. Like there was this popping sound that just would not stop the whole time. This incessant, unignorable popping that would just play through the whole thing. It was just terrible. Like trust me, I couldn't keep it. I had to let it go, which is a shame because it was a really fun review. We were all talking about like the concept, and everyone had like a different idea of what they thought certain songs meant, and it was really fun. But it's unfortunately, yeah, it's a real shame. But still, we spun the wheel, of course, as we always do. The EP that got chosen was a suggestion from Lamar. An EP. It's called, I think it's called "There's Still Us." And it's by a producer, or I'm not sure who, a rapper, I don't know, some artist named Swell, and we're going to find out who he is and give our thoughts on that EP on the next episode. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this very short episode. Again, really sorry about the wait for one, and the fucking terrible thing with the audio. That was a shame. But yeah, that's the show. Let me know what you thought of it. Yeah, cool. I guess we're done. All right. Have a nice day. We'll see you later. Bye.